for this video, I got a special shirt on. I can't deal with the pitter patter of dog feet at the moment. What's up? Just wanted to talk about a great Jedi known as Anakin Skywalker. Yes, I know he became a Sith, but you clicked on this video because of what it said in the title, and that is that Anakin is not evil. He's misunderstood. And that being said, I don't think he really did anything wrong. You know, he went down the wrong path, was met with the wrong people, but he did nothing wrong. Oh fuck. Except for maybe that clip that just played. With that aside, let's get into today's video, and I'll explain myself. I can explain that, but I'll explain everything else. Let's get into it. So, the reason I say that Anakin is just misunderstood and went down the wrong path to, unfortunately, the dark side is because he had a very, very troubled time. Very harsh upbringing. And a lot of factors played into him being the person that he is. If you've seen all the Star Wars films, I'm not talking about the three newest ones, you know, with the Kylo Ren in it. You know, those I'm not talking about. I'm talking about the ones where Anakin actually is alive. So let's go back to Return of the Jedi, where Luke is finally fighting his father and defeats his father. He doesn't necessarily kill his father. His father is just, you know, passing on his own, in a sense. And when Luke takes his mask off, after his father picks up the Emperor and throws the Emperor over the edge, killing the Emperor, we think for the final time, until we see him again. Anyway, I'm getting off track here. So, Anakin then throws the Emperor over the edge, killing him, taking his mask off because he wants his son to see his face. And in that moment, Anakin realizes he screwed up. And he basically comes back to the good side, which is why you can see his astral projection, you know, at the end of the day in the funeral scene, because it's like, hey, this is the path that I should have taken. I'm sorry. And there is a ways. So, in the end, he was a good person. But let's lead up to how he got to that stage, how he became Lord Vader, and what kind of a harsh upbringing he had. Because this would mess with anybody. Just saying. But before we get into it, cue today's sponsor, which is the same sponsor in basically all my videos, until I get more, and I'll switch them up. Anyway, today's video, as always, is sponsored by Raze Energy. Go pick it up at double-sports.com. Coupon code Johnny Huey, 15% off. Great stuff. See you guys later. So we first meet Anakin. So we first see Anakin on the planet of Tatooine as a young boy, and it is believed basically that his mother conceived him with the midichlorians of the Force, creating basically a Jesus Christ of the Star Wars universe, in a way. Not getting into that, but so he was a young child, and him and his mother were traded into slavery. So already at a young age, you're a slave, and your mother's a slave, and you work for your master in his shop. And then two Jedis come by and say, "Hey, we like you, kid. You have what it takes. We wanna take you and train you to be a Jedi." And he's like, "Oh, okay." But he's a slave, and his master, that stupid fly alien dude, anyway, it was just to give a name, Mr. Watto over here, is like, "Nah, you can't have him." So what happens is the Jedi make a deal with Watto and say, "Look, we'll enter him in the pod race. If he wins, we'll pay it off, and basically, buy him in a slave trade." Okay, so now you put in a young kid in a dangerous race, betting on him to win, so that you can buy him out of slavery. Okay, so now we're putting, a child in danger. Anyway, he ends up winning. Qui-Gon and Obi-Wan have taken him from Watto, but not his mother. No, let's just, take a kid away from his mother at an age, knowing that, hey, my mom's still in slavery. Not even saying, hey, we'll come back and get her one day. No, just leave him behind. Leave everything you ever known behind and come with the Jedi. Now, the Jedi training itself is pretty harsh. They take you at a young age, away from your mother. They input the stuff into your head. They basically brainwash you into thinking a certain way. And you can't have a love life. You can't do this. You can't do that. You just, So, Jedis can't love. Love leads to attachment, and attachment leads to strong emotions, which are path to the dark side for us. So, everybody out there watching this video right now that has love for someone is on the dark side. Anyway, so you can't love, and then you bring. So, I'm going to backtrack here a second. So, you have a young child who just got torn away from his mother, brought up in slavery, probably never going to see his mother again. At least we don't think so. Well, we know. But then you have, this young kid going through all this stuff. You're telling him he's a chosen one at age 10 or whatever he is. And then you bring this hot girl, princess on the entire planet to be alongside him. And you put that right in front of the young boy's face. What the hell do you think he's going to do? Anyway, before he falls in love with her, we end up at a huge battle. A huge war of the ages. And you have Qui-Gon Jinn and Obi-Wan telling him, hey, look, stay put. Don't go anywhere. See that ship up there? Just go sit in that ship. It'll be fine. Just stay quiet, and we'll come get you when it's over. What happens to the ship? It turns on autopilot, and he's in the front face of the battle. Yes, he is the chosen one. He is a very good flyer. Either way, that kid has been put in constant danger since they got him on the other side. Cut to movie 2. He's all grown up. He's a teenager. And yes, he still has that girl right in front of his face. So what's he do? He falls in love. With those strong emotions, they don't put him on the Jedi Order because, you know, he's torn. He's not a full Jedi. He didn't go through the full Jedi Academy like all the others, and he has these other emotions that weren't brainwashed out of him yet because of his harsh upbringing. So then he goes back to Tatooine to find his mother, and Watto says, "Yeah, no, I sold her." So then he goes and, you know, tries to get his mother back from the Tusken Raiders, ends up slaughtering all of them because he wants his mother, because he hadn't seen his mother in so long, and, you know, you tore him away from his mother at a young age. So the guy has a lot of emotions going on. You know, a lot of stuff's been going on since he was a little kid. So then, you know, he secretly gets married. He, you know, goes on the, you know, quote unquote dark side, and then we find out that, you know, Padme's gonna die. So of course Palpatine takes this to his advantage. Oh, you know, the dark side, you know, they have powers to bring people back to life, which is false. But, you know, he manipulates him. So you have this kid. He's not a kid anymore, but still, you have this, you know, young guy who's been through a lot, who has emotions galore, just like any other person. We all have emotions, but you have this, you know, emperor, this evil Emperor Palpatine, that's sitting there saying, "Hey, I got this kid on lock." You know, he's not a full Jedi. He doesn't have the emotions like a Jedi. I can manipulate him and bring him to the dark side, and he uses that to his advantage. With all that, you wonder why I went to the dark side. But because of those emotions, because that emotion of love for Padme, I feel like it actually didn't bring him to the dark side fully. And that's why at the end of Return of the Jedi, at the end he's like, "I screwed up. I'm sorry." You know, and we saw that good part in him. So is it wrong to have emotions taken away from the Jedi? No? I don't know. Maybe. I actually do want to. You actually can buy the actual foreign, like, Jedi Bible and read it. I'm actually curious. Anyway, I'm getting off track here. So, Anakin is just misunderstood. He's a misunderstood young boy that went through a lot, and that's why he went to the dark side. If he went through the proper training, maybe went through the Jedi Academy, where that unfortunate event happened, because of emotions that were just trailing his head, and he felt that, you know, him being manipulated by Palpatine, he just thought that it was right. He got corrupt at that point. Anyway, if he went through the proper training, didn't fall in love, yeah, maybe he would have been the chosen one to take out the Empire, but maybe would still have all these other Jedis, and the story wouldn't continue the way it did. Either way, if you also think about it, though, with that being aside, you know, anything else, the Jedi always talk about bringing balance to the Force. with them getting rid of all the Jedi except for Anakin, and then now Luke, you know, you have essentially a balance in the Force, balance of good and evil. If there's always like, you know, one Sith and like, you know, one Emperor, and then there's only like, you know, 1,500 Jedi, there's no balance. Now there's a balance to the Force. Anyway, thanks for watching. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and watch the playlist where I talk about other villains and where they are victims to. I have a video about Megavolt and how he just got his brain fried. It's actually a fact. He was fine until he got his brain fried. Anyway, go watch that video and the other ones. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye.